Alright folks, today we're factoring out GCF, a greatest common factor. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look at every term and decide what is the greatest common factor of 12y and 24. Now since there's no variable term over here, we're just going to look at the 12 and the 24. And the greatest factor common to both of these terms, well, since 12 goes into 24 evenly, is the number 12. So we're going to factor out a 12. And then it's basically using the distributive property in sort of a backwards type way. So if we were to distribute 12 into a binomial to try to get what we started with, we're going to decide what would go here. We would ask ourselves 12 times what number is 12y? And that number is y, or letter is y. So 12 times y is 12y. 12 times what number is a positive 24? 12 times positive 2 is 24. So when we factor out a GCF, we are left with two factors. One factor is 12, the other factor is y plus 2, and this is our answer. So you'll notice that in your work today, they've identified the 12 for you already, the greatest common factor. All you're doing is basically just using the distributive property sort of in a backwards way. You're going to say 12 times what number is 12y, that's y. 12 times 2 is 24. To check your work, you're just distributing. Okay? Let's look at one more. And we'll call this problem number 2. And it is 6t squared plus 15t. So we have a greatest common factor of 6 and 15, which is 3. And again, you can go off to the side, and there's no shame in making a complete factor list if you're not sure. So if I was to make a complete factor list for the number 6, I would say 1 times 6 is 6, or 2 times 3, and that's the only way to multiply to get 6. Then I would make a list for 15, and I would have 1 times 15. 2 doesn't go into 15, but 3 does. 3 times 5. And the largest number that shows up on both complete factor lists is the number 3. So the GCF is 3, but there's also a variable part here. We have a t squared and we have a t. So the largest common t factor in both of these terms is just t. So the GCF is 3t. Now again, all we're really doing here is we are using the distributive property backwards. 3t times something is 6t squared. So I'll look at the 3 first. 3 times 2 is 6. T times t is t squared. So 3t times 2t is 6t squared. So we are just distributing. 3t times something over here is 15t, and that number is just 5. 3 times 5 is 15, and we already have the t, so we are done. And we have factored out a GCF. Have a great day, folks.